Good news, everybody. Wednesday is Liberation Day. It's like an Amazon sale day, except the thing you're being liberated from is your paycheck, your wallet, and apparently the economy. Donald Trump threatening another tariff war, a reciprocal tariff war against every country, more than 100 or so, that have tariffs with the American people. And his callousness extends to, I don't care about you and your personal wallet. I don't care if prices go up, if inflation results from my tariff war, because I'm going to do a tariff war for tariff war's sake, even if I, as the president, don't understand the ramifications of the tariff war. I do. I'm putting on my Wall Street hat. I'm here on MeidasTouch Network and on Legal AF. Let's dive in. Monday, Finance Day. Let me explain markets. Markets, like traders and brokers and investment bankers, they react in advance of things. They bake into their decision-making and calculus before the big event. Wednesday, Liberation Day, according to Donald Trump. I don't know what we're being liberated from. He's already destroyed the tax base of the Internal Revenue Service. Let me just do the math for everybody. To run our government, I don't care what size it is, to pay on Social Security, unemployment, veterans benefits, Medicare, Medicaid, student loans, and all the things that go into dignity of life, because we're not a purely capitalist country, no matter how much Donald Trump wants to make us so. We have regulations, we have protections for consumers, for the little guy, the little person. Okay, in order for us to have enough money, we have to take in $5 trillion to lay out about $5 trillion. Even if you cut $1 trillion off by cutting off every social service program that people rely on, you're still short, because if you can't tariff your way out of wrecking the economic base and the tax base of the American economy. You can't tariff to the tune of $4 trillion. The most you can possibly get in tariffs, the most, is $1 trillion. And that's probably double what it really is. It's really more like $500 billion. Well, $500 billion, last I looked, and I'm not a math major, is not $5 trillion. That sounds like we got a multiple of 10 delta there, difference. But Donald Trump doesn't seem to understand it, doesn't care about it. The callousness of his interview with Christine Welker, where he said, she said, well, what are you going to do about the tariffs and the import tariffs on foreign cars at 25%, which is the threat? I don't care. I really don't care. They'll just buy American. Then you don't understand your own impact of your own economic policies, because Ford and GM make their cars in Mexico. Parts, you can't build an American car using American-made parts. You can't build an American car making American-made parts. There are a high percentage of foreign import, including from Japan and other Asian countries, in American cars subject to the tariff. So Ford and GM cars coming across the border are going to be subject to the tariff. So Buy American doesn't work, Trump. Now, there's a fair amount of people who don't think that Wednesday is going to be tariff day, but the brokers and traders do. And look at when we woke up this week, look at the world economies and the stock markets and how they're reacting. The Nikkei index, which measures Japanese stock market value, down 4%. The South Korean index, down 3%. The French index, down 2%. The FTSE for the United Kingdom, down 1 1/3. U.S. stock market down 1.5% to 2.5% at the opening bell, which matches consumer confidence. Consumer confidence down its lowest in more than 3 years. Manufacturing confidence down to its lowest in more than 10 years. Most major investment banks have increased considerably their prediction of a recession under Trump. Let's just call it what it is, a Trump recession, and putting it now at a high of about 40%. Those are odds I don't want to take. Now, let me make it clear. I'm not wishing to have the economy in the tank in order to help the Democrats at midterm, but that's what's happening. I'm just observing and making commentary. Did you know the liver is the second largest organ in your body? It's responsible for over 500 functions. But for some reason, liver health doesn't always get the attention it deserves. Over 30% of Americans have a sluggish liver. a problem that often goes undetected until the very last minute. Dose is on a mission to educate us all on why it's so important to maintain your liver health, and has created an incredible product to help you do just that. I mean, I found a clinically supported, potent, and effective solution, and I can't wait to share it with you. Dose for Your Liver was formulated to cleanse your liver of unwanted elements, aid digestion. I mean, it acts as your body's filter, flushing out unwanted elements and breaking down what you consume into essential nutrients. The liver produces and regulates cholesterol, stores vitamins and minerals, and impacts digestive and metabolic health, among many other things. Dose's science-backed formula promotes liver function, aids digestion, eases bloating, and even boosts energy levels. In a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial, Dose for Your Liver lowered liver enzyme levels by 50% in over 86% of participants. Stick with Dose and feel the incredible benefits over time. More energy, better digestion, reduced bloating, healthier liver enzyme function, reduction in brain fog, and better sleep. One Dose for Your Liver shot is equivalent to 17 shots of turmeric juice. Dose is gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and vegan. Save 30% on your first month of subscription by going to dosedaily.co/legalaf or entering legalaf at checkout. That's dosedaily.co/legalaf for 30% off your first month subscription. So you have most major banks think we're going to go into the tank. We're going to go into a recession assiduously avoided by Joe Biden. Inflation is not going in the right direction and will boomerang up off the tariff war. Tariffs are just another way to get passed on to consumers and end up hitting their wallet and their purse. In fact, most people in new polling, which is terrible for Donald Trump and great for the Democrats, most people think that he's a terrible steward for the economy. More than 60% believe that his economic policies are hurting them, which is a reversal from what the polling was on the day of the inauguration. Remember those days, that golden era when people thought Trump was actually going to help them? Well, the roles are reversed now. Only less than 1/4 of American voters believe that they are better off today economically with Donald Trump than what they were hopeful about on the day of the election. Day of the inauguration, almost 50% said, we're going to do better with our purse and our wallets. You're not. And you haven't at all. So because Donald Trump doesn't care about your kitchen table economics, your purse and your wallet. He cares about the oligarchs and the billionaires in his cabinet and their businesses. He wants to remove all regulation. He wants to stop the protection of the consumer, stop the protection of workers, federal workers, and labor unions. Yeah, he's already done that before our very eyes. Gold prices, that's where you go when you're about to go into the bunker. That's when you grab all your canned goods from the COVID-y times and all your toilet paper and you head down to the bunker in your backyard. Don't you have a bunker in your backyard? You invest in gold because you think when you come up from the apocalypse, that's all it's going to be worth anything. Gold prices are at $3,100 an ounce. If you need a little extra cash, I'm not doing an ad. Go look for those old gold trinkets in your jewelry box and head down to a gold buyer. You'll do well in the Trump administration. Don't have gold because you don't have an economy because of Donald Trump. Well, then you're SOL. US dollar down 3.7% against a basket of other currencies. Consumer sentiment, as I said, terrible. Now, let's talk about the contempt that Donald Trump has, the callousness that he has. See, he wants to shrink the federal government down so small that you can drown it in a bathtub. But that doesn't reflect what you and I care about: Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, veterans benefits, health care, and the like. He doesn't care about that. So will he actually not blink on Wednesday and impose those tariffs? He's going to blink. He's so erratic, which is not helping the world economy or the U.S. economy either. He's so erratic that we don't know what he's going to do. And that's not a policy. That's just being erratic. Yeah. We're back on that roller coaster of lurching from one crisis, economic or constitutional, to the next with Donald Trump. Exactly what we didn't want. That's how Biden got elected, by the way. Wait till the calm, cool, collected Democrat runs for president. You don't think they're going to beat this chaos that Donald Trump is creating? The only thing people seem to like, and just barely, and it's not the Democrats or the independents, it's MAGA by large numbers, is immigration policy. Apparently, kidnapping people and sending them to El Salvador in the middle of the night without due process is okay with a majority of people, according to polling, although I don't really believe that. But that's the only one that he's winning on. But he didn't win the presidency on his immigration policy. He likes to say that he did, but that's not what happened. What he won the presidency on was his policy related to economics, and that's the part that's failing him now. So look, where are we at the beginning of the week? My prediction is he's not going to do the tariffs on Wednesday. He's going to pull back from that precipice, but he's going to send the stock market tumbling. The consumer confidence is going to continue to be in the crapper, and the recession we inch even closer to is going to be his ultimate undoing, based on the poll numbers. I'll continue to follow it through the lens of my experience on Wall Street right here on the MeidasTouch Network. So until my next reporting, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories, the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.